Welcome to this session where we are going to look at organic chemistry, and our focus will be on ethers. So what are ethers? So when you're talking about ethers, you are simply talking about compounds which have oxygen bonded to different groups, two different groups, okay? So let's have oxygen there, then it is bonded to these groups of which we do not know, the other groups, okay? So we can have this group there and another group there, then oxygen is bonded to two groups. That is what we call an ether or ethers, okay? So one of the characteristics of ethers is that they are inert. Ethers are unreactive, and for this reason, in most cases, these ethers are used as solvents. So we said that ethers are unreactive. They are unreactive and they are used as solvents. So these ethers, they are used to dissolve different substances in chemistry, in biological industries, in food industries. They use these ethers in order to dissolve different organic substances, okay? So we need to understand that. And we have one of the common ether which is found in wheat, or in cannabis rather. There is a chemical which is known as tetrahydrocannabinol, which is an ether, okay? Which is tetrahydro. This is an ether which is found in cannabis or in most drugs, okay? So let's look at the structure of this tetrahydrocannabinol. So we can have a structure which looks like this. Can have a structure like this. Okay. Due to space, this is too big. Try to economize the space. So I'll have a structure which looks like this, okay? Then this one can be bonded to a certain chain. Then we have oxygen there. So this is the structure of tetrahydrocannabinol. Tetrahydro. Okay. So that is tetrahydro. Tetrahydro. Okay, so they have this structure. Now let's look at the molecular structure of ethers. So when you're talking about the molecular structure of ethers, these ethers are found in a tetrahedral shape. They are found in tetrahedral shape. Okay. Then when you're looking at nomenclature of ethers, you're just looking at how you can name common ethers, or any ether, should I say. So nomenclature, as we discussed that in organic chemistry, we look at the common name, and any compound can have a common name and also a scientific name. So let's look at a certain compound. Let's say I have this compound, which is like this. Okay, so I can name this carbon as 1, 2, like that. So what would be the name of this compound? So the common name of this compound, you see, we have, this is a methyl group because it has only one carbon. This is an ethyl group. So the common name of this compound would be, so between M and N, which comes first in the alphabet, is between M and A, rather, it is A, right? So the common name, it is ethyl, then we'll say methyl. Ethyl, methyl, ether. That is the common name. Now let's look at the scientific name, or the systematic name, should I say. So when you're dealing with the systematic name, you see this group here, this is a methoxy. Okay, this is the methoxy group, because when a methyl group rather, is attached to oxygen, it forms a methoxy. So we're going to have, and this methoxy, let's name the position. So we have, this is 1, 2, so we'll consider this to be an ethane because it has 2 carbon chains. Okay, then as carbon number, so this is 1 carbon there as position number 1. That's where we have this. So there's only 1 carbon, so this is a methyl. Then at position number 1, we have this group, which is a methoxy. Okay, so what would be the name? So the name will be, at position number 1, so we have methoxy. Then you put the name of this structure, which has 2 carbons there. So it's an ethane, right? There's no double bond. So ethane. So the name would be 1-methoxy ethane. So that is the scientific name for this structure. Okay, let's look at another example. Let's say I have this structure. I have a structure like this. What would be the name of this structure? So I'll get to number this carbon as 1, 2. So this one, okay, so I'll consider this to be, because it has 2 carbons also, I'll consider this to be an ethoxy. Okay, this will be an ethoxy. Then this one will be an ethene. So the name and ethoxy, have you seen that it says it's existing as carbon number 1, right? That's where there is this group, the ethoxy. So it will be 1 ethoxy, because this is an ethyl group bonded to oxygen, no wonder it is making ethoxy. Then this is an ethane, so 1 ethoxy ethane. So this is the name of this compound, and this is a systematic name. If you want to know the common name of this compound, for the common name, this is an ethyl group, this is also an ethyl group, so the common name would just be a diethyl ether. Okay, because it's an ether, so it will be diethyl. I'm saying diethyl because it has 2 ethyl groups, so diethyl, and this is an ether, so diethyl ether. This is a common name. But when you say 1-ethoxyethane, this is a scientific name or the systematic name. So this is what. What if it's a functionalized, maybe a functionalized ethane? Let's have an example whereby we have this structure. Then I can have OH there. Okay, what would be the name of this compound? See that this is an alcohol. It's a functionalized ether, so it has an alcohol which is hydroxy group there. So this is an alcohol. I'll get to number this as carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon, okay, just one carbon there. So 1, 2. It has 2 carbons. Then at position number 2, there is this group which is a methoxy. So I'm going to say 2-methoxy. You see, this is an alcohol. What is the name of this alcohol? It has 2. Since it has 2 carbons, it has to be ethanol, right? But we are going to indicate the position of this double bond. So we're going to say 2-methoxy. Then position number 1, that's where there is this hydroxyl. But because it's the parent name, so it is be an alcohol. So an alcohol is at position number 1, so it will be 1. Then we say it has 2 carbons, so it is an ethanol. Okay, if you don't want to say this, you can even say 2-methoxy. Then you say ethane. Then you put the position of the OH group, which is 1-O. So it is 2-methoxyethane 1-O. So that is how you get to name it. Let's have another example. What if I have a structure of this kind? Okay, a structure of this kind, what would be the name? I have this structure, so I'll get to number the carbon. So 1, 2, 3. At position number 3, I have a methyl group and also a methoxy group. You see, right? So I have a methyl group and a methoxy. But if you look at this structure, I can say 1, 2, 3. There's another carbon there, right? 4. Then we have a methoxy, so you need even to put into consideration that carbon there. Okay, so this group is now the methoxy, so it is at position number 3. So I'll say 3-methoxy. You see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 carbon atoms. 4 carbon, it's bute, so we're going to say bute. This is an alkane. There's no double bond, there are only single bonds, so butane. So the name of this compound is 3-methoxybutane. Thank you for watching. This is where we end with the nomenclature of ethers.